we'll see if the floodgates open. Gersich on goal! Yes, sir! Shane Gersich makes it 2!
Welcome to North Dakota Hockey with Brad Berry. Coming up on today's program, we will look back over the weekend that was against Michigan State, preview the upcoming trip to Madison Square Garden, and let you know UND's thoughts on Thanksgiving, all with the head coach of the defending national champions, Mr. Brad Berry. And Brad, your team coming off a great performance a week ago against St. Cloud State. Felt like it was maybe a turning point for this team in the season. How did the team respond in practice this week after that weekend against the
Well, I thought we had a very good week of practice. Obviously, there were two big games in St. Cloud that we won, and we worked on a lot of different things in that week of practice. So going into this weekend, we had a pretty good feeling on what we wanted to do.
Yeah, this weekend series against Michigan State coming at a unique time off the back of 10 straight games against ranked opponents, getting ready for a big trip to Boston College with Thanksgiving thrown into the mix. How did you guys do your best to keep that routine the same despite all those extra distractions?
You know, obviously guys spend time with their families and friends on Thanksgiving for the Thursday after the practice, but it was pretty much a routine from Monday through Thursday, so nothing really changed within our group. So again, like from a preparation standpoint, you know, we did the same as we did against St. Cloud.
Yeah, a couple of unique circumstances, and plus the added element of Michigan State coming to town. We'll have this series against the Spartans for you coming up next here on North Dakota Hockey with Brad Berry.
North Dakota Hockey with Brad Berry on Midco Sports Network is presented by the University of North Dakota.
Welcome back. We're talking through the weekend series against Michigan State with Brad Berry. And Brad, going into Friday's game, a big injury decision to make in regards to your All-American forward, Brock Besser. Brock had been dealing with an upper body injury for a while. Talk about the decision to keep him out of the lineup this weekend.
Well, you know, Brock, obviously the way he plays, you know, he has a shot-first mentality, and he plays hard, and we wanted to make sure that, you know, we protect his best interests. You know, he's been battling kind of an injury here for the longest time, and we wanted to make sure that not only for the team but for himself, we did the right thing. And again, we missed him in our lineup, but again, that's what happens.
Yeah, certainly important to get him back to full strength. Still, though, no shortage of firepower in this lineup as we go to the highlights from Friday nights. A chance, again, coming off a big performance. Cam Johnson, 62 saves over the week previous at St. Cloud. He'd have a cushion to work with in the early stages of this one. 6 minutes in, your team on the power play, coach, and you get a goal here. Hayden Shaw puts one on net. Shane Gersich is there. Who else at this point to slap in the rebound to make it 1-0?
Yeah, he's found that spot to be pretty productive as far as getting a lot of rebounds off that power play and finding that puck early. And again, he made a great play there to get it in the net.
Looked for a moment that Austin Bagansky had the touch, but Gersich able to slap it home. Shane's 7th in his last 4 games. 3 minutes later, a good chance here for Rhett Gardner to make it 2-0 on the 4-on-4. Big save by Ed Minnie. Michigan State, though, quickly able to turn defense into offense. Sam Saliba firing down to the other end of the ice. He would eventually hit Jared Rosberg, and the Spartan defenseman right here makes it 1-1.
Yeah, and that's the way the game of hockey is. You know, you don't capitalize at one end, and sometimes they come down to the other end and they score a goal. So again, it could have been 2-0, but now it's a 1-1 game.
7:17 now left in the first. Michigan State on the power play, and it's another goal from Rosberg, the freshman defenseman. Cam screen maybe a little bit late on the shot. Michigan State scoring twice on just 3 shots in the first.
Yeah, we didn't win the draw there, and they got the puck back right away, and it looks like there's a slight screen, a guy coming in front for a couple of seconds there, and enough to give them the lead.
2-1 lead going into the first intermission. Early second period. Great shorthanded chance here for you. Greg Gardner stealing the puck away from Ed Minnie behind the net. He hits the post, though, with the net gaping. Tough break there for Red.
Yeah, it is, and that would have been a huge goal, and obviously we did the right thing structurally, but kind of a bad bounce there, and would have made it 2-2. But again, that's the way the night was going. A couple of opportunities that we missed early in the game.
Yeah, Rhett mentioned after the fact that the puck rolled up on the stick a little bit, and at the end of that play, Joel Janatuinen takes a slashing penalty. That makes it a 5-on-3 opportunity for Michigan State. Couple of chances here for the Spartans. Cam, though, able to step up big to keep it 2-1.
Yeah, this is a key time in a game here. Anytime that you can stop a team on a 5-on-3, it gives you momentum in the game, and it gave us a little bit of momentum. But again, like I said, 5-on-3s are usually momentum swings one way or the other.
Yeah, Cam with 13 big saves in the second period alone. But after you kill off the 5-on-3, Michigan State does get another one on the board. Connor Wood with the one-time blast to make it 3-1.
Yeah, I was reminiscent of the first goal as far as a puck popping out in that area and a guy skating into it right away there. So again, a little bit loose on the coverage, and we didn't get a block there too for Kemp.
Yeah, 14-6, the Spartans have the advantage on shots in the second period. 4 penalties for you in the second as well. That kind of puts you in a hole. Big momentum shift here, though, right after this goal here. Michigan State making it 4-1, another blast. Joe Cox this time, the captain, on the power play.
Yeah, and again, you know, like I said, the one thing that we have to make sure that our game gets straightened out is letting Cam see the puck. Either we block it or we get out of the way and let him make the save. So again, you know, like I said, we're trying to do the right things, but we've got to make sure that we're all on the same page in doing it.
Bottom right corner of your screen there, Mason Appleton leaving a shoulder in late on Shane Gersich. Appleton receives the 5-minute major in a game misconduct, and that would give the building a little bit of life, and they would get a little more right here. Great puck work by Tyson Jost to make it 4-2.
Yeah, 4-on-4 situation, and we entered the zone here. Got a puck deep here and followed in for a rebound, and Tyson made a nice play to get it up over top of the goaltender.
Yeah, great reflexes there for Jost, and at this point you said that the building kind of started to come to life. Still on the 4-on-4, Tucker Pullman off the post, Jost right there again for the rebounds.
Yep, these guys were hot, and I think it was not too long after they scored that the second goal of the game that they again on 4-on-4 found a way to get it to the net, and a great rebound look here for Tyson.
Yeah, that's just 31 seconds after Jost's first goal, now 5th of the year for Tyson, off the skate, off the stick, and in. It felt then that the fourth goal was going to come for you. A lot of good chances. Dixon Bowen here with a couple of opportunities. Edmini with a couple of big saves. It just felt like it was coming at this point.
Yeah, it was. We had total momentum here, and again, we played in their end for the most part. And you know, we had a lot of looks and a lot of chances. Unfortunately, it didn't get in.
You really kept the pressure up. Good possession. You're inside the zone. Tucker Pullman saving it with his skate at that point, creating opportunities, trying to find that equalizer.
Yeah, and again, as the game went on here, they knew that we were in there in the rink, and they blocked a lot of shots in the last little while here. And again, another look going to the net here and trying to press to get that fourth.
Yeah, big moment there with 4 minutes left. Like at the end of a long shift, a couple of Michigan State players knocking the net off the mooring. Joel Janatween and the rest of the crowd really expecting a penalty to be called for delay of game. Nundo would come.
Yeah, and again, it's obviously, you know, it's a subjective call there, but like I said, we did the right things, and we kept doing the right things, trying to get the tie here.
Yeah, no real chance would materialize at the end. Michigan State would come away with the 4-3 victory. You would outshoot the Spartans 33-21 on the night and 15-4 in the third, but the late flurry just not quite enough to get the results.
You can't play 10 minutes in a college hockey game and expect to win. We saw what we can do when we're focused and when we're playing the game we are taught to play, and we're dominant. But like I said, you can't play 10 minutes and expect to come out with a victory no matter who you're playing against.
You know, I think we had the mindset of, you know, we're at home and we're not playing the best team here, and we kind of, you know, got selfish and kind of got cocky with our play, and that's something in college hockey where you have to realize any team can beat you on any given night.
We got that first goal, but after that we didn't keep pushing and we didn't suck the life out of them, and they just kept pushing back. So we got to come out with a better start tomorrow.
You could tell there from the guys not overly happy with the effort for the full 60 minutes on the bench at least. When did you kind of get the sense that it just wasn't quite clicking on Friday night?
Well, I think, you know, we took a few penalties in the second period. You know, the first period didn't go our way. Obviously, it wasn't the start we wanted. And then the second period, we were pressing a little bit and took some penalties, and that gave them momentum as far as scoring chances. And, you know, I thought our guys in the third dug in, but by that time, like I said, you can't spot a team a few goals to try to come back here. So, again, like I said, it's something from the start that you have to make sure you dial in right away.
Yeah, that 4-1 deficit proved to be a little bit too much, but a tremendous comeback, though. You got to appreciate at least the fire, especially over those last 10 minutes, to get back and make this a contest.
Yeah, again, proud of their effort coming back, but again, we got to make sure that becomes at the part of it at the beginning of the game, which we started to do throughout the season here.
Yeah, big part of that turnaround, the play of Tyson Jost. He took a shot off the skate early in this one, had to miss a couple of shifts, but came back out, scored 2 huge goals. What do you say about the freshman really leading from the front and leading by example?
Well, again, even though he's a freshman, that's just a title. He plays like an upperclassman as far as everything he does, the focus, you know, the commitment, like you see him blocking a shot, and, you know, obviously trying to take the game over. And again, it alludes to his character.
Yeah, UND and Jost finishing strong in Game 1 on Friday. We'll show you how they did on Saturday coming up next. Welcome back. We're continuing to look at this weekend's series against Michigan State with Brad Berry. And Brad, you know, the You mentioned after the game, again, 60 minutes is what you need to get results in games like this. It wasn't quite there. A tough result to take on Friday.
Yeah, it is, and obviously we found that time and time again with our group here that you go to St. Cloud and you do it over 2 games and you come out with 2 wins. And again, if anything's short of that, then there's a chance that you don't win the game. And again, it was evident on Friday.
Yeah, a couple of changes for you. Not just Brock Besser out of the lineup, but moving in Mike Gornall and Andrew Pesky back in. Just talk about the difference there of putting those guys in front.
Well, again, obviously when you don't have success on one night, you want to change things up and make sure that there's a reason for it. And Mike Gornell and Andrew Pesky, they work extremely hard in practice and earned a right to get in the lineup, and I thought they did well. Yeah, the shift in personnel would do their best, certainly to bring about a different result on Saturday. As we go to the highlights, Gornell and Pesky making their first appearance since the Minnesota series. For really a fired-up UND team, and early in the first, you would have several good chances. This one off Cole Smith, a nice feed in front from Joel Janatween. And thoughts about the start here on Saturday night? Yeah, I thought we came out and had the right mentality, and we started to chip pucks and get it below the goal line and gave them a little bit of problem. And again, that's part of having a good start and playing the right way.
Yeah, it would be Michigan State, though, who would strike first, shorthanded this time. A feed from Joe Cox over to Thomas Ebbing to make it 1-0 Spartans.
Yeah, this is a shorthanded goal we gave up, and we had 4 guys not getting around the puck, and they stayed on it and made a play to get it in. And again, not the start we wanted as far as that way.
Yeah, great response, though. Just 39 seconds later, Zach Jan with the equalizer for you.
Yeah, it was a good play. Started in, breaking out in the zone, and Trevor Olsen made a nice pass over to get to Zach. And Zach, he has a lot of great attributes. One of his is shot ability, and he had made a great shot there.
Yeah, second goal of the season for Zach. Later in the first, you go on the man advantage, and just 8 seconds into the power play, talk about a good shot. Tucker Pullman from the point to make it 2-1.
Yeah, he's deadly on the power play, especially when he gets a lane to shoot. And obviously there's good bodies in front. He made a great shot to put us in the lead here.
Tucker's 4th of the season, your second power play goal of the series. That puts you up 2-1, and then early in the second, Mike Gornall, who really was a spark all night, a chance to make it 3-1, a really good save by Minnie.
Yeah, and again, this is kind of the theme of what's been going on, like on Friday and Saturday here, is like chances to score, but you can't finish it.
Now you'd outshoot Michigan State 11-6 in the first and in the second, keeping the pressure on, but it would be the Spartans who would score the game's next goal. What kind of a goofy sequence here on the breakaway. Taro Hirose off the glass. Puck eventually gets kicked by Johnson right in front, and Patrick Kodorenko makes it 2-2.
Yeah, you know what? We turned the puck over in the offensive zone. We had a lot of sustained time in their end, getting some looks, and we turned the puck over, and then it happened to go in our end of the rink, which was a mental mistake there.
Yeah, tough puck luck on that one. A couple minutes later, though, another good chance for Mike Gornall skating in. Minnie with the initial save. Casey Johnson nearly on the rebounds. A couple of good opportunities from a couple guys playing different positions on Saturday night.
Yeah, you know what? Obviously, Mike gave us a spark there, and he got a couple pucks to that, which gave us some opportunity. So again, playing the right way.
No real grade A chances in the third period for either team. A couple decent looks. Shane Gersich putting one on net for Tyson. A little bit later, another good rush by Cole Smith. Just not quite creating that golden chance to get ahead in this contest.
Yeah, no, there wasn't any direct, shots from a grade A areas, but there were guys going to the net with pucks, which gave them a little bit of problems. But again, like I said, we just couldn't quite capitalize on a shot to get the lead.
Big save there by Cam. It was a wicked deflection there late in the third to keep it tied at 2. We go to overtime, scoreless after the first OT period, so we go to 3-on-3, and early in that period, Jared Rosberg, another nice move from the defenseman, his 3rd goal of the series to give the Spartans the moral victory as such, even though this goes down as a tie.
Yeah, and again, when it goes to 3-on-3, it's about playmaking and puck management and different things like that. And obviously, it's like we had the tie, but obviously, they won the 3-on-3 side of it. And again, we got to make sure that we get ready for next week here now. 33 saves for Ed Minnie for Michigan State, 63 total for the junior netminder in the series. Another tough luck result for North Dakota in this one.
It stings every time you get to see the other team celebrate and do their whatever Stanley Cup celebration against us, but we know that's what they're going to bring, and we got to expect that, and that's just on all of us. It's not on the leadership, it's not on the young guys. It's a group effort and a mindset that we got to develop. We see what we can do when we're firing, and every position's doing their part. We see what we can do, but if you don't put it together, what does it mean?
Our team definitely came out with a better effort, and we played more our game tonight. Some of the things that the coaches want us to do. Obviously not the result that we want, and not a lot of smiles in the locker room after the game, but it was a step in the right direction. We still have a long ways to go, and I know that we're going to attack the week in practice right away on Monday, and put the nail to the grindstone and start building this thing.
Well, a disappointing results on Saturday, but certainly the effort was there kind of from the beginning in this one. Just talk about the way this team bounced back from Friday night.
Well, again, I think, for the most part, other than giving up a couple of mistakes of their goals, we dictated the game and had the puck. It didn't result in a win, obviously, but again, that's the effort that we need each and every night. And again, we'll have to work on the finishing side or the playmaking side, and from there, we just need that mental ability to have that compete first attitude.
Yeah, looking ahead now, you get to go on the road to Madison Square Garden to play Boston College. A really fun series against this team, just a one-game night, the college hockey showdown, as they're calling it. A great opportunity for this team to bounce back on a big stage.
Yeah, it is. Obviously it's a great venue. NHL, New York Rangers play there. They're playing there in the afternoon. But our approach is, it's even though it's going to be an experience for our guys, it's still a business trip. Like, we're going there to win a game, and we need to make sure that we bring our mentality. And again, it's something that we don't play Boston College a lot, but they're a storied rival, and we want to make sure that we're prepared and ready for that.
Yeah, BC's certainly loaded again this season. Give me the quick scout on Jerry York's team.
They're fast. They're skilled up front. They play offensive hockey, and again, they got a very good team depth-wise. So again, like I said, we have to make sure that we work harder than they do.
Yeah, certainly a big trip ahead. Best of luck. Good travels out there. We'll talk about it with you next week.
Thanks a lot, Alex.
Brad Berry coming up next. Still a lot to be thankful for this UND men's hockey team. We'll talk about the thoughts on the holiday when we return. Last week, America celebrated Thanksgiving, and like the rest of the country, the UND men's hockey team shared in the spirit of giving thanks. Here's what the boys had to say about the holiday.
The first Thanksgiving? Oh, like the Pilgrims and...
It's been a long time since I learned about that in elementary school.
I don't know. Oh my gosh, I don't even know. That's a good question.
I think the Pilgrims just kind of got together and made a big meal. I don't know what they had back then, probably a lot of corn and bread and stuff.
It's about the Pilgrims with the native people. They gave them food, and it's kind of like a peace offering kind of thing.
The food, it's an easy one, but the food for sure.
The food, obviously, is a big thing I look forward to, but just spending time with your family and obviously giving thanks for everything.
Probably same as everyone, the food, but I mean, just being around all the family, like, not even though we won't be home, I think we got our family here.
Just getting together with my family and friends, and then having the great meal, good stuff.
I think just giving thanks, spending with your family again, I think that's one word that's going to come up a lot when you hear about that as family.
It's just nice to sit down with some family and friends and have a nice home-cooked meal. Kind of gives you a taste of what your youth and childhood and what family means.
The turkey and mashed potatoes and gravy are my favorites for sure.
Favorite would probably be stuffing.
I think an underrated part of it's the cranberry sauce. I'm a big fan of that.
And I can't really pick out one thing. It's all good with the Joe's family.
I'd have to go with pumpkin pie for sure.
I really like banana cream pie, and I eat quite a bit of that.
My mom makes this weird dessert. I don't know how to call it. It's some sort of lemon peach like pie. I don't know. It's really good.
Mashed potatoes, 100%. I mean, I gotta stay away from them on Thursday or else I might be a little slow in the first on Friday, but I'll definitely have some for sure.
My mom makes us all go around and say what we're thankful for, and sometimes it's funny stuff, and then other times it's serious.
I think we just got together as a family and had dinner together was pretty much the most part, and maybe go to church in the morning.
We always used to go out on our rink in the backyard and have like a kind of neighborhood game.
We'd all come over and have the turkey and the stuffing and all that, and then we'd play a little road hockey game or go out on the outdoor rink. So that's just something that you always get in Canada, and I'm sure it's the same here. Maybe it's football a little bit more, but definitely in Canada, that's something we kind of did as a tradition, I guess you could say.
Just thankful for my family. I have a great family, a great brother, and they're really supportive, and I'm just thankful for them.
Definitely my family. I mean, they've supported me so much, and they're a huge, huge reason of why I'm here and what I've accomplished, so definitely a family.
I mean, I think just the opportunity to play here, and I mean, playing in front of the fans we have here and everything, and the great group of guys and coaching staff we have here, it's just unbelievable to come to the rink every day and be around them.
All the guys, you got to be thankful for all those guys and everything. I mean, just getting to know everyone, it's been a real blessing. And just, there's so many good guys on this team, and it's been a real good experience, and I'm grateful that I get to come to the rink every day, just play the sport that I love. My mom, my family, everyone back home in Canada, and obviously this building here, the coaching staff, my teammates, everybody's just done such a great job at just bringing that family atmosphere here in North Dakota. And yeah, I can't say how thankful I am that I chose to come to this program and be a part of this family. So there's a lot of things. I think those few things definitely stand out for me. It's just at the top of my list there.
I'm with Chris Wilkie. I think cranberry sauce takes the meal to another level. We're back in a moment to set the scene for UND's showdown series against Boston College. Stay tuned.
North Dakota Hockey with Brad Berry on Midco Sports Network is presented by the University of North Dakota.
It's Boston College. There's Madison Square Garden. The stage is there. There's no reason the mindset shouldn't be there after all we've talked about. And we're ready to get back on track.
There'll be a lot of energy getting to play in that game against Boston College. A lot of rich tradition there between both programs. So it's going to be a big game.
It is the marquee game of the season to date as North Dakota and a score of their biggest supporters from across the country are set to invade Madison Square Garden on Saturday night to take on Boston College. The puck drops at 6:30 p.m. from MSG, and if you're not making the trip out east, you can watch it live on CBS Sports Network. Enjoy the game this Saturday and relive it all with us next Tuesday night on the next edition of North Dakota Hockey with Brad Berry. Until then, I'm Alex Heinert. Thanks for watching.